Perfect. Thank you. Well, yes, as you said, I am head of marketing at TPW, but I have a background in video editing and as a social media strategist managing my own consulting business. But I decided what people say, if you're gonna go fast, go alone. But if you wanna go far, just go with someone else. And that's what we're doing here. We're just sharing the best of AI with a select um, group of people, and I'm about to do it with you. So I hope you like it. And it's more about, yeah, like the things I fell in love with this industry of content creation by having teachers that were working for top personal brands, top entrepreneurs that were on Shark Tank, this business TV show, and also from working with tech, like with giants like Volkswagen in some media projects. So I love the corporate side and also content creation, and I hope I can share some of that excitement with you as well. So let's start. I want to share with you 3 key things. That number 1 is going to be tips for ChatGPT. And number 2, growth hacking strategies. And lastly, how AI has changed the content industry. And this is way beyond ChatGPT because AI, it's more than just prompting and making AI create content. It's way more than that. So I hope you like that one too. And now let's just start for the tips for ChatGPT. The first one, I think it's pretty common maybe, but you really need to make this. It's custom instructions. So the way you access this, in case you don't know, it's you just go to ChatGPT, you go to your profile picture, and then you click custom instructions, and then you will have this box when you can put a lot of information about yourself. And I'm going to show how this changed my workflow drastically because now I put the context for myself, like what are my social media goals? What are the goals for the business, the goals for TPW, and the things I like, my tone of voice, and everything I asked to ChatGPT now is like, okay, according to the data you gave me, to what I know, and to your goals, this is the best information for you. So it's not only generic advice, it's more tailored to what you want. So that's the first one. The second one, it's using keywords. And I will recommend you to stop here and take a screenshot because you're going to use this a lot. The first one, it's the writing tones. Then you have writing styles and grading levels. And what it works more for me, it's the playful writing tone and the conversational writing style. This works for me because I created my tone of voice on social media. I discovered how I like to communicate in my personal brand. And I just asked ChatGPT, hey, okay, now you know how I write. Tell me what is my own tone of voice with these keywords. And GPT told me, hey, your tone of voice is actually playful and conversational. So that it's in my custom instructions. So every time it writes something, it's going to be like my tone of voice, just by using those 2 words, which is crazy. So I strongly recommend you to take a screenshot of this and use it for yourself. And the last one is the reading levels. So on the internet, especially on the tech industry, a lot of people want to look smart by saying, by saying hard words that look like college, professional, academic, because you have my top platform is LinkedIn. So you have a lot of founders and co-founders and you want to look cool, but it's actually the worst thing you can do. Like the best people on social media use reading levels from 3rd to 5th grade. So you can see how it changed here. Just with the sentence, AI helps make content better. If you change it to a 7th to a 10th grade of readability level, it will be AI significantly improves the process of creating content. And if you put it into college and professional, it will look like artificial intelligence assumes a pivotal role in the optimization of content creation. So for social media, you will always want to use these keywords, use a reading level of 3rd to 5th grade to explain me this or to rewrite the post if you need it to improve your copy. Now, let's talk about the last advice. of how to get the best of AI. And this is about talking, thinking. Let me explain. This might seem so obvious, but you need to prompt with the mindset that you're talking to a friend and not really with the mindset that you're talking to a machine. So talk to a friend. And there's this prompt that was pretty famous for a long time, some months ago, that is take a deep breath and work on this problem step by step. And this show an increase in accuracy for GPT of 80%. Like your answers would improve an 80% just by use this single prompt. And I'm like, why it's working? Why? So some of you, if you're in the AI space, you might hear about this prompt that helps you to improve 80% your answer. But if you haven't, just take a screenshot of this again and use it. And why the reason of this working, it's because of three reasons. One, it encourages systematic thinking. And number two, it reduces impulsivity when you say, take a deep breath. And systematic thinking is work on this step by step. And the last one, it aligns with human problem solving. Now, this is important because GPT is trained with conversational data for a lot of us. So if it's trained on conversational data of people like relating it to each one another like a friend, how should you talk to GPT? Just like a friend. So the more things you can say that make it sound like human or put it in the role of a human, the more, the better the answers will be. Like, I'm going to reward you, like I'm going to give you X prize if, like X gift, if you solve this problem correctly, and I'm going to punish you if you don't. Things like that make a huge difference in your answers just by that. And it's mindset. I'm not telling you super crazy things, right? Now let's go for the second part of this, that is growth hacking strategies. This is my favorite one. So a lot of people there think that you can use GPT to create content. And if you use the keywords, as I told you, and if you use the right prompt, it will create your content from scratch. And let me tell you, that could not be like more wrong. That's awful if you do that. So it's better if you create your draft and then actually improve it with AI. But the best two things that I like to use AI for, it's data analysis, and the last one is research. I'm going to show you how it works for data analysis. Here I have something. Let me share with you. So I'm going to show you my LinkedIn profile. Here am I with my LinkedIn profile, and I'm going to analyze my data. So I just went here, like take attention to this, because here is going to start the workflow of analyzing data that you're gonna want to take closer, or you might feel lost maybe. So I'm here on my LinkedIn profile. Let's go to here, view full profile. And I'm going to here, show all analytics. Now that I'm there, it shows me this, like my analytics from the last year, because I want all the data possible. So results, I'm going to put this by engagement, showing results. And here I have. Once I have this, I just click here on export, and it's going to give me an Excel document of all this. After that, as I don't have Excel, I just upload it to Drive. And now I'm here in my Drive. And the reason of me doing this and not putting it to GPT automatically, it's because I want each one of these charts separately. So I'm going to click in engagement. I'm going to go to File, Download, and I told you I want each one in a different document. So I click Tab Separate Values. That's the thing I want. So I click here, I download, I click the next table, and I do the same for each one of these, tap separate values. That's the key. Once I do this, I just go to here to my GPT. I upload the 4 charts, and I'm going to start asking GPT about my own data. And this is going to get really interesting. So I'm telling GPT, hey, you're an expert data analyst. You're looking at my metrics, my performance metrics, and you will look inside of this and you will need to highlight this 2 things. That is the post that contributed the most follower increase, because I want to know where the followers come from. And number 2, the factors that might have contributed to that. And then I want you to create a strategy for me to grow, to keep growing this profile. And analyzing all the data, it did exactly that. It's telling me even the strategy for account growth. And what's interesting here, it's what I told you at the beginning. Like, let's take a look at this. And it says, this strategy aims to accelerate the growth of your LinkedIn presence and achieve your goal of reaching 10K followers. So if we go back at this prompt, I never say, hey, I want to reach 10K followers. But how does GPT know that? Because that's here in my custom instructions, and it's telling me it's matching the analysis with my goals and with my OTL audience, with everything it needs to know about myself. So I can do that really quickly, and it has all the information. Also, what I love about this is that I can start chatting with the data. Like, I don't need to pay for an extra software or an extra content strategies, because I was on content strategies. I can just ask the questions here and it will know everything. So one of the next questions I asked to ChatGPT once it had my data, it was, okay, from the document top post, list the URLs of the post with most significant follower increase. Again, this is hard to do because LinkedIn only has only categorizes things by impressions and engagement. So I don't know where the followers come from. Like, that's hard. But here in the chart, I have a different data that it comes from my followers, like day to day. I was awful at the beginning of the year, like 0 followers. But it's matching that data with this other chart, with a chart of the top post. It's something super hard to make for me. So here is putting the links to the post, and it's telling me the amount of impressions and the amount of engagements it had. So now I can know exactly what type of post I need to keep doing in order to have more followers in case I want that, right? And I'm saying, how has my average followers increased day by day, changed month by month? I mean, what I mean with this is, like, show me my improvement. And again, as I told you, I was awful at the beginning of the year. But once I took AI seriously, weird, it seems like I just improved massively, right? So this is serious. I don't think this is a joke. Once you use it, you see the power it gets. And now I did the next thing. Now categorize everything by engagement. I want to know what's my best day to post if I want more engagement. What's the best day? Analyze the data, please. And he told me, like, if I want to post something to engage with my audience, I need to post that on Wednesday. Maybe it's a poll. Maybe it's a personal story that I want people to know about. But I want my current followers to know that story. So when am I going to post that? On Wednesday, according to my data, historic data. And now, like, let's do it for impressions. If I want to post something, what's the best day to do it if I want more impressions? And he told me, hey, you should post on Monday. That's when you get more reach. So now immediately I can map, okay, what are the best posts that I've done so far, like, according to the data. Okay, now let's replicate similar posts like that and post it when I have more reach, that it's on Monday. And I'm telling you, that's the reason why I'm improving like a lot in just 1 month, right? So that's it. That's the part of the data analysis. You can do it with Instagram, TikTok, in every single place where you can download your data, and you can keep asking questions like this. And the reason for that I think it's extremely important is because I was Googling this type of data before and it wasn't working. It was like, okay, Google, tell me what are the best times to post. And it showed me an article, but then that article was from the US, but then my time zone was different. Maybe the article was from London and now my time zone is different. So it has no sense. Now, the article is reaching to like historic data, but I have my own audience. I attract people with certain type of behavior, and that's going to be different for each one of us. So that's why we need to make this stuff extremely customizable to smart content strategies. And I don't think a lot of people do that actually right now. But enough of that. Let's go to how AI has changed the content industry for all of us. And this is exciting for me. Number one, we have the deep fakes. I'm going to share with you like the real use case and then a story of how it's being used. So for the deep fakes, unfortunately, people don't know how to use it. And this is where I want you to start being careful of AI. Because, for example, in this case, someone thought that it was so cool to create a scam using Mr. Beast Mr. Beast face, but it was fake. And I can be here right now talking to you, open a program, and have the face of Princess Diana, of someone extremely famous. I can have the face right now of a celebrity if I can just Google deepfake, how to use it, how to create a video with a deepfake. And for example, in this case, this person that did the scam was saying, okay, you can have an iPhone 15 Pro if you just click the link down below, and you might believe it. But this is how the industry has changed with deepfakes. Now we need to be careful of that. Now the next one, it's AI music. And now there are websites out there that you can go and click some buttons and start making music by yourself. Maybe you can say, I want a rap about how am I cooking today in the kitchen and I'm extremely happy. Like you can make a rap about anything and it will do it. One example of that is this K-pop band that it's called Mave. Somehow Korea, China, Japan like to be ahead in everything when it comes to technology. So they like these things. And we have now a virtual band made by machine learning. And this is actually a screenshot of a show they had in TV where they are presenting in a real stage with real people and real fans that love these characters. And now my question to you is, would you like to start having AI artists that are totally fake but sound extremely good because they have the right formulas to make them sound good? They have the right faces to look pretty. This is the next generation of music, and I want you to consider, do you really like that? It's already here. Now, next one, and this comes a little bit within the one before, AI voice. There was this use case where David Guetta, one famous DJ replicated Eminem's voice, that is a rapper. If you want to take a look at this, then just Google it. You will find the video really quick. But David Guetta, it's there on the stage playing a song with Eminem's voice, making a fake collaboration, and everyone went just crazy. And the only thing he did was going to ChatGPT, tell it, hey, write me a song in Eminem's style about this. Then it did the lyrics, and after that, he put the lyrics in a software that turned the lyrics into Eminem's voice. And he did this just by Googling, just by playing. That's how easy is AI to use today. But we still need to be careful, right? Now, the next use case is AI images. I'm sure you have heard about this in Midjourney. It's extremely famous right now. But one use case for this is specifically thumbnails. You can create, there are people out there creating AI characters and AI thumbnails, and I'm going to share with you exactly how I do it for a YouTube channel. So, oh, and this strategy, it's actually free. So paying attention, if you want to replicate it, it's going to be interesting. So first thing I did is that I went to YouTube, right? And I took a screenshot of one video that looked okay, interesting, but might have a better thumbnail. So this one, it says, these nice new AI robots are way too advanced. And here we have a little cute robot and it says, we aren't ready. Okay, I agree with you. It's a great thumbnail, maybe, but it's Disney. Come on, we can add more color, we can add more things. So once I took the screenshot, I went to here. I went to Google Bard. And here I go to my chart of Disney. Again, let's take a pause here. You can do this workflow with ChatGPT 4, but I wanted this to be free and accessible for everyone. So I'm making this in Barth, okay? And of course, with GPT-4, you're gonna get better answers. So just something to consider. I said, look at this thumbnail and title. I want you to suggest how it can be improved and the changes that are required. And number two, I want you to craft an extremely detailed description of how the new image would look like. And I will take that extremely detailed description as my prompt to create the image. So here, like they removed the image, but then it showed me all of this. It showed me the suggestions to improve the thumbnail and the suggestions to improve the title. And here I have my extremely detailed description of the new thumbnail that I can just go and copy and paste into a new image generation software. And basically, if you want to improve this prompt, then you need to describe 4 things. That's the key for every single image out there. Take notes, because is that you need to describe the style, you need to describe the character, how the character looks like, you need to describe the background, and last thing, you need to describe how the text, you need to describe the text in case you have text. You can do this in Midjourney. If you want text, you will need to use GPT or DALL-E to make this. So once I have this extremely detailed description, I put it in here. You can take a screenshot again of this, bing.com/images/create. That's the URL that you go to create free AI images. And it's the same model that ChatGPT uses to create the images. So, but this is a free method, so you can do it. Once I have the extremely detailed description, here in the background, it's how the final prompt looks like. And here it is. I mean, this is the way I improve the thumbnail to go from this to this. And it's Disney. Now we have the castle. Now we have other AI robots engaging in the background. We have another robot that looks a little bit interesting. And you can do it with anything you want. Another example is this. I said, for example, the GPT-5 AI spy shows how it can destroy the US in a day. I don't know you, but this doesn't look like a spy to me. This looks, it's a beautiful girl, but it's not a spy, right? So let's just go to take that image into Google Bard and ask for some improvements. Once you create all of the improvements and you have the extremely detailed description and maybe some words that you can put inside. In this case, I think the word destroy. No, I used danger. I used the word danger. And then some additional suggestions like, oh, add the flag of the US destroyed at the background to make it more intense. Once you put all of this together, we have this. This is a new AI spy, or even this. This looks like a spy. So here's the thing. You don't even need to have creativity anymore. You can just ask the model to give you the best pieces of, yeah, you can ask the model to give you the pieces you need, and then you create it. You don't need to create from scratch anymore. And that's why AI makes knowledge and creativity more accessible for everyone else. And that's what I want you to take a look at from now. AI is more than just prompting. AI can be thumbnails that create thousands of extra views. AI can be new music. AI can be plans that are created out of the nowhere and people like because they are extremely perfect. AI can also be dangerous sometimes. So that's what you need to think when you are in this circle of playing with this technology. You can create something that is super, super, super advanced or just play with it. But I extremely encourage you to find your own workflows, find what you like, and also find how you like to replicate it with AI, and you will love this world. That's the last thing I wanted to share with you. So yeah, that's it. I think now we have can answer some questions, right? Let's see. Oh, I see some comments here. I will go for the questions first. Oh, here's someone from Nepal. It's awesome. Are there categories of tones of voice from which AI can select a group of tones? Are you talking about like this person? Are you talking about the tones of voice? Okay, I'm going to put the screenshot again. I'm going to put the chart again so you can take a look at this. Yes, there are categories of tones of voice that AI can learn from. And this, it's here. So with this, you can play with it. And if you want more tones of voice, literally just ask ChatGPT, in which tones of voice can I write? And give me an example of how they look different. And you will see that real quick. Do your prompt strategies produce the same outputs in version 3.5? Yes. Yeah, it produces the same things, similar stuff. The only thing you can do, it's like uploading documents. That's why for example, the workflow of the thumbnails, I did that workflow in Google Bard because I knew it had internet access and I could upload documents for free. So that's why I did it there. But the best model is GPT. So if you have 4, I will recommend you do it there, everything. If don't, you can play with Google Bard or even Clouds, Google Clouds. artificial intelligence, and that's another AI you can use. Can you download the charts produced in your outputs? Yeah, you can download that. Let's see. New share. Let me see if I'm sharing that over. Okay. You should be able to see my screen here. I'm just going to go here and click in here and save image as. So this is the way you download it, I think. Just save the image. But you can also get the code if you want the code. For example, here, you just need to ask for it. That's the best part. You just ask for it and GPT makes everything. For example, here's a chart, but with code. And then you copy the code and paste it. You can make anything you want. I'm interested in learning about AI use deepfake. Oh, you want to learn about the deepfake and how to make AI videos and songs? That's cool. I would encourage you just to Google about it. You can find a lot of information. That topic is extremely extensive, but I will tell you this, it's super easy. Okay, that's the only thing you need to know. It's the mindset that you need to go to learn anything about this. It's easy. No matter how hard other people make it sound, no matter how weird terminologies are out there, those difficult words is to make it sound cool, not to make it sound difficult. Just take that as a mindset. And if you Google all of these terms, I will put them again. You can find a lot of information in the internet and on YouTube especially. But I will recommend you to look into, like, really choose great the YouTube channels that you're going to follow, because people can sometimes make clickbaits and not deliver great information. So just take care of that. How does ChatGPT use contractions in tones of voice? That's funny. I don't know that. Like, for example, if you say cause instead of because. That's a great question. I think I will need to ask that to ChatGPT. Like, by the way, if you can figure that out, just let me know in the comments. I will love to know that. I have never heard that question before. Are there considerations for copyright issues? Yes and no. The thing here is that when ChatGPT released the GPTs, the last update that they did, one cool thing that they shared was that if you ever have problems with copyright using GPT, they are going to defend you. They are going to defend all of the users that have problems with this. And yes, you might need to be careful, because me, as a content strategist, I was creating content for different clients. And when I was taking the prompts that are out there from the internet, and I was just customizing them a little bit for the client, they were producing similar outputs. But then once you add your own knowledge, once you add your own thoughts, you will have like no problems. And in case you have copyright issues, then OpenAI, it's going to be legally responsible of all that. So you shall not worry about that. And almost last one, can you please list the names of the AI platforms you talk about today? Starting from the one you use for your LinkedIn profile analysis. Okay, I'm going to go through those one real quick. All the platforms. Let's see. I think I no longer have someone that helps me with the links. So just going to go to those here. First one is ChatGPT. This is the one I use for the analysis. for the analysis. I think I can copy and paste those here. Okay. How do I do this? Okay, it's just ChatGPT, the one that I use for the analysis. You just need to Google that. Then next we have Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets. I just uploaded to Google Drive. That's the thing. Then I have my LinkedIn profile. Then I have Google Bard, bard.google.com. That's it. And finally, we have, oh, one last thing I have is for the thumbnails. Where is it? The last link is this one. The last link is bing.com/images/create. Here's the link that you use to create the images. So I hope I have answered your question there. And finally, do you have any advice or best practices to create deepfakes? Oh, you want to create deepfakes? I hope you create them with the best intentions of the world. I don't know what advice can I give here. It's literally that if I want to do it, I will just go to Google and start looking for a tutorial about it. So that's the last advice. The only thing I would say is use that with ethics and use that only to play, not to scam people, please. So that's it. I have finished all the presentation now that you're here. I don't know. We have finished the presentation and the questions. I hope like everyone like it so far.
Hi, Celeste. Thank you for the session. We have a few more questions coming in, so I'm just going to read them out to you. We have Zirisha on LinkedIn who's asking, how do you limit smart when creating content strategies? For example, Bing image search already exists. How far will you go to start with an image to get to an image?
I don't think if I understand the right question.
I'm just going to put it down in the chat for you to be able to read this.
Okay.
And we have another question from Ankit Patel who's asking, how can we create videos using AI?
Oh, that's interesting. Being images. Okay, how do I define smart when creating content strategies? It's when you want to research a lot, there's a website called perplexity.ai. I'm going to put here. That's the best website. That's the best AI you can do to do the research. So that's smart, actually using AI to the best reasons. The second one was data analysis, as I mentioned. And if you use images like Midjourney, do you just need to choose the right website for your needs, right? It's only about that. The next one, could you create a series of images with the same characters? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So I wanted to pull up an example here, but I think it's gonna take me a long time to.
We do have around 15 minutes, Celeste, if you do want to utilize that time. That's completely fine.
Okay. Awesome. So if you want to create consistent AI characters, I have a guide. I'm going to just drop here this guide because I spent quite a few time to put this together. So copy link to post. This is a link to one of my posts. It's one carousel that I have on LinkedIn, and I think it will solve your question. This is the way I do consistent AI characters for my personal brand. So answering to your question here right now, you only need to have a 4-step formula. And that's the 4-step formula is one, you need to define the style. Okay, so let me share this with you here. I think it's gonna be faster this way. Share. You see this, right? So here's a carousel that I just shared with you in case you want to check it with more attention and time. But here's a four-step formula. You need to go to this website, think.com/images/create, because that's the free one. If you have GPT-4, then just go to GPT-4. And then we have the four steps that are describing the style, the subject, the background, and the overall look of the images. Then for the style, I will give you some series of keywords that you can use for the style. My favorite one that I use, it's 3D animated cartoon style. So that's why you'll see that my characters look this way, all of them. Next one, we have the subject. And here are things that you can describe. You can describe the subject's posture, like, is he looking to the right? Is he looking to the left? Is those things. Detailed interactions between the subjects, like, does the subject have the hand? Does the subject has like a hand in the head? Like, how the facial expressions. Finally, the background. For example, for my images, I always use white background. So I'm able to remove it in any type of software, and I can put them like here. That's why I use the white background. Always. That's a quick tip there. And the overall look. The keywords that I like to use is my brand color, that it's blue. I always like to add cinematic lighting and vibrant colors to my prompt. So here you can see that I repeat the same words over and over again in each prompt. So you just need to choose your keywords. Once you choose your keywords, you just repeat them, and it's gonna create the same thing. That's my workflow. That's my style. So I hope you like it. And the next question was, thank you for your great to use conversational GPT. You're welcome. I hope you can use it. How can we create video using AI? Oh, that's a smart question. I already said that. You have websites like Gemini AI, I think. Give me a second to look here. Thing is this one. Okay, it's not this one. AI characters. You have websites. That's the point. You have a website that you just need to put AI characters, and you literally just choose the type of person you want it to be. You choose your avatar, and then you have your avatar, you choose your voice, and you choose the script. It's super easy. Again, I think I need to pull up the name of the website, but I can't remember. Apologies for that. Still having problems getting the copy of the presentation. Okay, I hope we can solve that in a few seconds.
The link has been shared once more for anybody who hasn't been able to access the copy of the presentation. And I have also attached a bunch of other links that might be useful for people wanting to attend the upcoming sessions that we have.
Sure, that's it.
Perfect. Celeste, thank you so much for coming on board with us.